So here's an idea that will probably blow people's minds. In the future, entrepreneurs are going to create businesses the way YouTube content creators create content now. So if we take a YouTube content creator, at the moment, they come up with a new idea, they film it, edit it, and launch it almost every week. And I happen to know some of the top YouTube content creators in the world. Often they are teams of 10 people or less. Within a week, those 10 people can be producing stuff that goes out to millions and millions of people, and they just do it every single week. And it's a tiny little team working on a small budget, and they basically create content all the time. Now, if you went back in time and you were to say 25 years ago, we're going to go and talk to people in the TV industry and say, in the future, people are going to have no funding. They're just going to use the materials that are lying around their house and they're going to create content that goes out and is seen by millions of people all over the world. They'd say that's absolutely impossible. It's not possible to film, edit, produce, research, and distribute content without lots of people's approval, without huge budgets. All of that stuff makes it impossible. It's just not possible that we could ever do that. And yet here we are. It is totally possible. Now think about this as like what's going to happen for entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs empowered by AI with the ability to create software using AI agents, the ability to have AI agent customer success teams, the ability to do AI-driven marketing. What's going to happen is you're going to have these venture studios. You're going to have 5, 10, 15 people who work together really, really well, and they're going to every single week research an opportunity, find a marketplace for it, create a product, launch it, scale it, and potentially even exit it all within a few weeks. So every week they could be launching a new product or service or even a new whole business that is AI enabled. That business might launch and make $1 million in its first couple of weeks. And just like a piece of YouTube content, it'll have an initial boom and then it'll kind of steady off and have a long tail effect. And then other entrepreneurs or other angel investors might come in and buy that business. They might exit it. We may use tokenization to actually almost float what we would consider today to be a publicly listed company. We might just tokenize that business and have people who buy into the long tail of that business, and that fuels the funding for launching the next business. So what we could actually have is what we think of today as an entrepreneur raising 3 million, 4 million, 5 million to launch something, and it takes 3 years to get out there. Potentially in an AI enabled world, that could be 3 weeks, right? Entrepreneurs could be launching businesses and exiting them all within a month. I know that sounds wild, but I can totally see it happening. In fact, I would say all the technology is already there. It's just a matter of stringing it together faster, more and more young people learning how to use it faster. So even just yesterday, I was talking to a friend of mine who spent 6 hours using vibe coding software to produce a prototype of an app. And I was expecting to see something quite basic, but this was an amazing app. It was integrated with media, scheduling tools, AI LLM tools. What he had achieved in 6 hours was genuinely what we would expect to see after maybe 6 weeks, maybe even longer of traditional development. And it wouldn't just be one person working on it. It would have been like a team of 3 to 6 developers for 6 weeks that would have worked on this thing. He did this using a $20 Replit subscription and 6 hours of his time. And he also had an AI coach, right? So someone coaching him through the process. But he created essentially a SaaS product, quite an impressive SaaS product in 6 hours. So, you can see that this is an example of we're right at the beginning of the ability to research an opportunity, launch it using social media, develop it using vibe coding, and then kind of tokenize it and sell it using the blockchain. All of the technologies there. It's going to happen. Now, of course, there will be traditional businesses. There'll be the neighborhood company that does the gardening and the landscaping, and there'll be the hair salon and all of that stuff. There'll be plenty of businesses that do not follow that high velocity formula, but those businesses will be considered to be old school traditional businesses. And given that anyone right now could actually get involved in this kind of high velocity approach, why not you? Try it. Don't get left behind. I'm not going to be surprised when there's the MrBeast of entrepreneurship who spins out a $100 million company every single month or every single week, and just they keep coming and the hits keep coming and they follow a hit formula. And it's just like, my goodness, forget Richard Branson. What Richard Branson did in decades, the MrBeast of entrepreneurship will do literally in a couple of years.